What is up, everybody? Today we're gonna see an intense thriller called Phone Booth. That's basically about this one guy in one tiny little box and his life-changing therapy session. Enter Stu Shepard, a slick, witty, arrogant, fast-talking PR agent in New York City.
Look, you gotta trust me. No means yes to these people.
And Colin played this so well. Anyways, he got this big secret he's hiding from his wife. He's trying to sweet talk his way into one of his client's pants. Enter Pam. Sweet, innocent looking, trying to be an actress, and he does this all from a phone booth. I call that low budget res, where, from a sketchy side of New York, filled with homeless people and hookers.
Phone.
They just call me a hooker.
All this so that his wife doesn't find out about this. And you'd think a PR genius would know a burner phone. No, he'd rather treat a phone booth like a secret VIP lounge. But you know, somebody found out about his fan at the booth. Somebody worse than a wife. Enter the world's most aggressive life coach, who takes tough love way serious than J.K. Simmons from Whiplash, with a suppressed rifle and Kiefer Sutherland's voice.
You serious?
And get this, the therapy session was planned to be started with a pizza until the arrogant Stu mocked and sent back the pizza delivery guy. And by the way, remember this guy's face because it's important. Stu calls Pam, asks each other how their day was. He tries to set up a date, but gets rejected.
Listen, Pam. It's about time we really talked about your career. Come on.
Look, I feel awful always saying no.
So after he's done with his shenanigans, just when he's about to walk away, the phone rings, and he's curious. Who in their right mind picks up a random phone call from a landline, a phone booth, in the worst part of New York? This guy.
Yeah.
He picks up the phone, and the guy on the other end is like, "Don't hang up." Stu thinks it's a prank, so he's like, "Whatever, bye," and tries to hang up. But the voice is like, "I'm a sniper, hang up, and you're dead." Stu, of course, doesn't believe him until he hears this.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
Bam! The sniper blasts a toy nearby, and Stu's face went from "I'm a baller" to "I need a new pair of pants" in about 3 seconds. And things get even more complicated when this chick shows up. She's like, "I want my phone."
This motherfucker.
But Stu's scared shitless. He wouldn't leave the booth, so she goes back to tell her pimp Leon, "You better do something, or I'm leaving." So he shows up and thinks Stu is messing with his girls. He starts getting all aggressive, trying to get into the phone booth. The caller, while laughing as Stu suffers, tells Stu to warn the pimp. But Stu is too scared, and then, bam, the pimp gets nipped at the back of his neck and falls to the ground. And the hookers think Stu killed the pimp. Drama queens. Stu, being a PR genius he is, thinks he's smart, and he's yelling at the sniper, pretending to beg, but he secretly manages to call 911. And the caller, being a giga chad, notices the deception and shoots off Stu's ear.
No fucking deception.
Are you in need of immediate police or medical response?
The cops show up, but get this, they're not on his side. They think he shot the pimp, and he's having a mental breakdown. The whole street gets blocked off, news helicopters flying around, and Stu's face is all over the TV. And the cops tell him to put down the phone, but he can't, and they start getting more tense. And to make things even worse, the caller already hid a gun in the booth and made Stu grab it so that the cops think it's a murder weapon. And his wife Kaylee even shows up. Could his day get any worse? Oh wait, it did. The caller forces him to confess he's cheating on her on live TV. Public shaming at its finest.
Shame.
Stu is trying to talk his way out of it, but the sniper is always one step ahead. In the end, Stu finally just gives up and admits he's been a total jerk. Stu's wife is there, his mistress is there, and the entire city of New York is watching on live TV, and he's forced to apologize to both of them at the same time. It was like the Jerry Springer show. I'm surprised the two ladies kept it civil.
Kelly, that's Pam.
Cops and Raimi starts noticing all the contradictions. Why is this guy refusing to hang up? Why is he yelling about the sniper if he's the one with a gun? Raimi starts to have doubts, especially when Stu was forced to confess his lies on live TV. In a brilliant moment of defiance, Stu uses his own cell phone to call his wife and keep the line open so that she can hear everything the sniper is saying. Kelly, listening in, hears the sniper's voice and realizes Stu is telling the truth. She quietly and discreetly tells Raimi what's happening. With this new information, Raimi's team starts trying to trace the sniper's phone signal. They realize he's in a nearby building. The police scramble, sending a SWAT team to the building's top floors. In his last act, the caller forces Stu to choose between the two ladies. And Stu grabs a gun and yells, "Shoot me!" Stu gets shot and falls to the ground. Is he dead? No, it was just a stun gun. The SWAT team finally figured it out. They burst into a room they traced the call to, ready to take down the sniper. But get this, the sniper is a step ahead. They find a high-powered rifle and a dead body. It's the same pizza delivery guy. They think the killer shot himself after his plan failed. Case closed. Damn, this therapy session really worked. Look at this too. And Captain Raimi's face went like, damn. I wish my therapist could do this. Cops bring the dead body so that Stu can see it. Stu's wife seems glad it's over. Stu gets loaded on the ambulance and the paramedic gives him a sedative. And when we're about to call it a day, look who shows up. Face reveal, the caller is not dead. After Stu got loaded onto the ambulance and the paramedics gave him a sedative, the real caller shows up, says his farewell, but Stu can't call the police because he's on sedatives, and the killer fades away into the city, probably planning his next therapy session. Best ending ever. Kiefer Sutherland played this so satisfyingly. I definitely recommend you watch this movie. You know, an interesting story about this movie is that it was made in 2002, but its writer Larry Cohn planned this back in the 1960s and pitched it to Alfred Hitchcock. But he didn't know how to keep the scene confined to the phone booth until 40 years later. The solution? Just aim a gun at the guy in the phone booth.
Excellent.
Alright, subscribe if you liked this video and give it a thumbs up, and goodbye until we meet on the next video.